We're going to make a casting of this rock right here. Hopefully all goes well. First thing we need is some petroleum jelly. We didn't have a regular, so I had to get the baby scent stuff at Walmart. And some mineral spirits. Mineral spirits. Mineral spirits. We're going to mix them. And I had this empty container, so we're going to mix the petroleum jelly with a little mineral spirits to dilute it down. We're going to spray the diluted petroleum jelly mineral spirit slash all over the rock. This is our mold release. The mineral spirits are going to dissolve off, leaving just the petroleum jelly. We're going to do the same thing with 100% silicone. We're going to mix it down so it's nice and fluid so we can sort of brush it on to the fiberglass, and then it'll dissolve off and without losing its properties. And we will do that. So I have just the silicone from Walmart for $4, and we're going to dilute it down. And then I've got some cheap fiberglass cloth off of Amazon. This was 30 cents a square foot. Stuff at the auto parts stores, like $1 a square foot. Don't get that. It's also too thick. This is nice and thin, so it works. See, here it is. We're going to be able to wrap this around the rock, and that should make it work. So I've added one layer of fiberglass, sort of dabbed it in with the silicone, and I'm going to do another layer. This is actually 4 layers now. What I did is just sort of put the fiberglass on, then I dab it in, and put another layer on, dab it in. Now I'm going to let it dry, and all the stuff on the edge I'll trim off, and I'll shred it into just the little shreds. And then I add that to the mortar to make this, to the mortar, to make it, the mortar stronger. So I don't have to have it as thick as either. But now I'm just going to let this dry overnight. I may add a little more in the morning depending on how thick it feels. And then I'm going to put the epoxy fiberglass over the top of it to make a hard shell. So it's been just a couple hours, and I've just trimmed off the fiberglass. Now I'm going to actually mix up a little bit more of the silicone with the mineral spirits and do another coat, and also finish up just the bottom where it needs to be siliconed to the fiberglass. Now that it's dry, I flipped it over, trimmed it. Now I'm going to start pulling it off of here. Now I can't do this with one hand, but it's sort of tight, but you can pull it. You slide the thing right off. I'm going to do it with 2 hands. I'm going to put my phone down here. Okay, now I've got to flip back over. Can't do this with one hand. I have to hold the rock with the other. But I'm just, it pulls right off. You have to use 2 hands to hold the rock, but it's slippery. Okay, it's pulled off. Now I'm going to put the fiberglass over the top. I'm going to do that outside. It's able to pull off because it's so strong from that fiberglass inlaid. I should have waited a little bit longer after I put the petroleum jelly on and the mineral spirits before I put this other on, because there's a little bit of texture in here. I can feel it. So I probably will take and thin out some more silicone with the mineral spirits and paint it on here really thin after I'm done. But I can't feel the bumps in here. You can see them because it's clear silicone, but it's smooth in here. So maybe, and I'll probably clean up these edges too. So this is the fiberglass resin I'm going to use. I'm going to use the smaller one that I did. I used 2.5 ounces, which is 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to double that this time, but I'm going to do it in 2 pours because the stuff dries so quickly. I don't want to have it dry out while I'm trying to spread it on there. So I'm going to do 2 2.5 ounce of the resin pours on that rock. You can't see this thing very well because I'm outside and there's glare. But I did 5 ounces of the resin. That means there's 10 drops per ounce, so 50 drops of the hardener. And I did 5 layers of the lightweight fiberglass that I got from Amazon for $25. I did it all in one pour. It took about 10 minutes, if that. I'm going to let it dry. Okay, so here it is. This is a mixture of mortar, fiberglass fiber that's been cut up from the old stuff, styrofoam that's been ground up just into little pebbles, and then coloring to change it from the gray. This is the kind of mortar. There. And styrofoam. There's the new rock. Now this cellophane that I put over the thing gave it those lines. And of course it's not as tall because I want to be able to pull it out. But there's that crevice there. That crevice there. If you can see this bump right here. Same bump. Tip. Except this one is a whole lot lighter because it's styrofoam and mortar, and it's hollow. And my mold is as good as new.